I'm Maya the Science Kid. I'm at the start of the viaduct tunnel, and I'm going to go inside. I'm going to go check it out and see and tell you all the and I'll tell you all the parts. Usually the tunnel is dark and there's light, so it makes it look like that the tunnel is not dark at all. It makes it look like it's just a normal tunnel. Right now the air feels really breathable, but there's those because there's no cars. And if there were cars and there was so much exhaust from the cars, then we would be stuck in all this exhaust. And that's why they have those fans. The fans are to blow the exhaust out. In a tunnel, there's a slope that goes downhill, and then all the water goes down, and then there are some drains, and then all the water goes into the drains. There are exit signs on the wall of a tunnel, and it says exit, and then it points arrows to which way the exit is. Hi, what is your name and what do you do?
My name is Greg Hauser, and I drive tunnels. I've done that my whole career. I'm a civil engineer, and I was the deputy project manager on the Alaska Way Viaduct Tunnel and responsible for driving the tunnel.
How long did the tunnel take?
Well, it actually took us, the first time we launched was in July 30th of 2013, and we didn't hold through until April 4 of 2016. And so it took us an extra 2 years to do it because we had a problem with the machine and we had to fix it.
Where does water go in the tunnel?
The water in the tunnel.
Hold the microphone for him.
If the water gets in the tunnel, or if it rains at either end and it gets in here, there's a big pump system that pumps it out. If you walk all the way down to the low part of the tunnel, there's a system of pumps in there, and it pumps it out at both ways, at both ends, and it pumps it all out of the tunnel.
What happens if someone gets stuck in the tunnel?
All right, there's at both ends of the tunnel. You should have seen it up here where the big yellow smokestacks are, and those are exhaust stacks is what they are. There's an operations building. There's a north operations building. There's a south operations building. They'll be manned 24/7, 365 days a year. They have people in there with monitors. There's all kinds of video cameras in here, and there's heat sensors in here. And if anything happens, if there's any kind of an emergency, they would send someone in to rescue the disabled vehicle, or if there was a fire or anything like that, these louvers on the other side would open up, and there's big exhaust fans at each end that each one of them, there's 4 at each one of them, 1 for each smokestack, and they move 160,000 cubic feet per minute of air.
How much is that?
That's a whole lot more than any of us can blow. But they're big exhaust fans. At the south end, you can walk right up to them, and there's windows there where you can see them, and they're huge. And if there was a fire, say there was a fire at this end, the other end would blow, so it blows fresh air in, and this end the louvers would open up, and they would suck the air out. All the smoke and stuff would go out, and it would go out through those smokestacks. Oh, it's quite an operation. It's really, if there was an earthquake, this tunnel is designed to withstand up to a 9.0 magnitude earthquake, which only comes one in every 2,600 years, something like that. And it's really a very safe place to be. There's enough, there's 2 standby generators, 1 at each end. There's 2 sources of power for it. So if there was any problems here, there would be standby generators to take over. When they rebuilt, and something I didn't know until just now, reading all my cheat sheets for it, that the new dock wall that they built for the new along the waterfront, and that prevents any tsunamis from coming in here, unless it would have to be a major tsunami, and again, like a 2,000-year event to overcome it and to put any water in here. And if that's the case, then all the pumps would turn on and they would pump all the water out. So if the big one comes, best place to be is right here in this tunnel.
What is your next project?
Well, right now I'm almost retired, and I say almost retired. I've been doing this a lot of years. You know, I'm old. I'm 71 years old, and I've been doing this for over 42 years. And my next project right now, we're consulting on some jobs in California, and some jobs on the East Coast, as far as in Boston, Massachusetts, and Washington D.C., and in Alexandria, Virginia. So I'm consulting on those, but I'm only working 10 to 20 hours a week, and that's more than I want to work.
What is your most fun tunnel?
My most fun tunnel was the one just before this. I came here from Chicago. I was working on the tunnels there, and I came here for the Brightwater system, and we had the west section of the 3 tunnels for the Brightwater system, which was a system of outfall tunnels for King County. And King County built a new wastewater treatment plant in Woodinville, and we had the western section of that. And then we also negotiated when the contractor who did the central section, he broke down, and we negotiated with King County, and we went and drove their section of tunnel, 10,000 feet of it. And it was a great job. It really was. It was. We were the tunnel project of the year for the International Tunneling Society. And oh yeah, there absolutely there's such a thing. The International Tunneling Society, and there's several tunneling societies. I'm a member of the Underground Contractors Association of the Society of Mining Engineers, and we're the premier group in this country for tunneling. And if when the World Tunneling Congress was here, we're the ones that did that, sponsored that one at our convention in San Francisco, I think, that year.
My arm is
gotta be good.
I'll ask a couple more questions. What do you think of El Chapo and his tunneling ability?
Well, he's very creative, and it got him out of prison that one time. But he doesn't meet the standards that we usually design to at all.
What do you think of Elon Musk and his tunnels?
I hope Elon Musk comes up with a way to do this. He's come up with a way to send spaceships up and bring them back and reuse them. If he can come up with a better way to drive tunnels, I hope he does. That would be great. Any advancement in tunnels, to me, is a good thing. And we need more tunnels. We should have there should be a lot more tunnels here in Seattle, and we should have more tunnels here. So, I think it's a good thing. I'm hoping he comes up with something.